YouTube, what's going on? What's going on? So, today I wanted to go over a couple of trades that happened today on how the stock market was doing. Um, I'm recording this it's like at 12, almost at 1 a.m., but I wasn't going to make a video, but I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go over the stock market and what happened for me today. So, let's go over, let's see. I know I talked about NVIDIA. Yeah, so I'll go with NVIDIA. So in my last video, I said that I bought an NVIDIA put. Why I bought NVIDIA put, right? And I go over it, and the stock market did exactly what I said it was going to do. It was going to top out right here. Um, Unfortunately, I did lose $11, but the reason why is because I was looking for a bigger play. So I wasn't going to sell my contract because I only bought. Okay, I'll explain to you a little bit more. So I bought a put option right here. I was right. It went down. I was up probably like $5 or something like that. I saw this fair value gap, by the way, it was already there. So I knew that we had a chance of bouncing right here, but I was hoping that we would break it. But we didn't break it, we bounced off it. So I said, okay, I'm going to hold it overnight because I do have this fair value gap right here that I'm like, okay, if we didn't, because in my video I said that if we don't top out right here, we're going to top out up here, one or the other. So when we did this, I'm like, okay, then we're going to top out right here, right? So I ended up holding my contract overnight and I sold it right at open, which I kind of wish I didn't sell. But either way, the contract only went back to break even because I bought it so out of the money. If I bought the right contract that I was supposed to buy right here, I'd have had this win right here and called it a day, and then look for another re-entry the next day. But because I bought the contract so far out of the money, I was only up like $7, so I just decided to let it rock, and I ended up losing like $11, but I was willing to lose $25, but it was all right. I was just testing out something anyway, so it didn't really bother me. But because I'm like $11, no big deal. I'll open for this. You see this drop right here? Do you see this drop right here? This is what I've been waiting for. I was drooling over it so badly, but guess what they did? Guess what they did to me? They dropped the market before we could close the gap. So this right here that you see is a fair value gap, and basically when we get close to it, to filling it, once we fill it, we'll drop. So even tomorrow, if we come back up here, I'm still gonna buy a put down. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be busy tomorrow, so I'm gonna miss it. Ah man. So it comes back up here. I expect a sell off. 120, 135.27. Above here, I expect a sell off because there's no board. That's the last resistance that he has to do. So everything else is just bullish. So I do believe a pullback right here is coming, but unfortunately they dropped it right before I could get it, man. I'm so upset. So upset with that one. Microsoft down here, I call it call option, as you can clearly see. It spiked, but another thing again. So unfortunately, because there was news coming out today on Wednesday, I did not swing my play how I was supposed to, but I did not swing it. I got out literally right here. I got stopped out right here because there was a fair value gap right here. For a fair value gap that I wasn't sure was going to happen. Obviously, we did pull back. But if I kept my option maybe at a $30 win, I would have been okay. And just swing it, I would have been in a lot of money right now. But it is what it is. I'm going to talk about the play that I see next for it, that I'm definitely going to hold on to this one for at least a few days, if not a week or two. Let's see. So let me see. Google, I don't see it. Actually, yeah, Google's on support, and Google. The reason why Google bounced today is because of this. So as I said, when we do the fair value gap and we fill it, we tend to reverse, which is kind of funny because I'm pretty sure there's probably some people say that this is support and blah blah blah, and then we break through it. Let's see if we do some break and retest type of thing. I don't know. Maybe this is a. I don't know anymore because I don't trade like this anymore. I don't know. I don't know how to even think like that anymore. So I think that's probably a break and retest type thing, but it's not like the break and retest are fake outs or whatever you want to call it. I don't know, man. I'm not sure if that's it. I just look at it differently. I just see imbalance in the market. It came to correct the imbalance, and then we went up. That's what I saw. Like honestly speaking, that's exactly what I saw. Amazon is on support. They're not on support. It's getting closer to this resistance, but I'll take a play. I'm gonna take a put on one of these. One of these. I'm not sure which one yet. On one of these, I'm gonna buy a put. Could even be this one, but I'll see how it's moving up. But definitely gonna take one on this one. That's 1,000% right here. This one, 1,000% taking a put on that one. Like it's not even a question, and if I'm gonna do it, right? So once again, fair value gap was filled on the 7th, and we bounced. So that's why we bounced. Currently now with Amazon. I wouldn't, honestly, I don't want to touch Amazon right now. I wouldn't touch Amazon. I wouldn't touch it. I don't touch stock that does this. Whenever there's a fair value gap on the upside and one on the downside, you tend to have a lot of choppiness, a lot of up, down type movement because you're trapped between sellers and buyers. So I tend to not trade these ones. So I'm going to let Amazon be. I don't see any setup. I'm going to go over a couple setups as I see too. And no setup on Meta is already popped off. See, Meta came down. You'll wonder why Meta bounced. Because it hit support. That's support. And that's why it bounced. That one's on the weekly too. So it hit both the daily. Yeah, that was definitely going to bounce. Nvidia, AMD, I mean. Yeah, AMD's up against some serious resistance. Serious. I'm going to take a put right here. So I needed to push up a little bit more so I can buy puts right here. Apple. Oh yeah. So let's go over Apple because I took an Apple play. I lost $2 on this one. I wasn't supposed to lose anything because I put a stop loss on it, but apparently that don't work. I put a stop loss like $1. I was up $5, and I was like, all right, look, I don't want to lose this because it doesn't look right. It looks bullish, so I put a tight stop loss early on it because number one, I top tick the crap out of this one. I top tick it perfectly. Do you see this line here? It was there, right here. I bought puts, right here. Right here, I bought puts, and the stock went all the way down, and the contract moved only $5. I'm like, you're telling me I top tick this and you only go down $5? Like, really? Really? So I was just like kind of mad too, because I'm like, the contract not even moving. The stock's dropping, but the contract not moving. So I just put a tight stop loss on it, and somehow it slipped through, and I lost $2. So hey, I lost $2 today. That was it. I went over Nvidia already, but basically all I was watching all day, I'm begging and hoping, was this. I just needed to come up here so I could buy my put. I'm gonna call it this one. That's all I was waiting on. But hey, look, different story. SPY, yes, clearly bullish. My last video I said I was 51% bullish and 49% bearish, and I guess the 51% came through. So we're running up. I don't see nothing else stopping it until it creates a fair value gap. There's nothing. Not a single thing bearish about it. And again, I'm not saying that it won't become bearish. I'm just saying at this particular moment, this is the most bullish stock ever. This is basically this. Shoot, it's even better than Nvidia. It's better than I think even Meta, which is the two top stocks. Yeah, Meta's at resistance. SPY, yes, is better than all of them because there's no resistance. There's none. until it creates a resistance, a fair value gap to the downside, there's none. Until psychological number or something like that. Until we have a major sell-off like this, there's nothing. So let's go over a couple plays that I'm watching. I still got AMC on my list. I'm waiting for it to come down here, but I might wait for it to come down even further. It just kind of depends because I have more fair value gap that needs to be closed. This is the monthly, so I'm gonna take this trade. I might buy two. I'm gonna buy two contracts, right? I'm gonna buy one here and another one down here if it goes lower. There's gonna be leap options though. I'm gonna buy leap options on those two because it can come down pretty far, but the monthly is stronger than all of them, and the monthly comes first. So I'll take the first one on the monthly. We don't have to probably come down to the weekly fair value gap and the daily fair value gap. But the RSI as well is burning up on a lot of these, so I would take the chance. I would take the chance with the monthly because the RSI is definitely getting low on the weekly, and it's burning up on the daily, but doesn't mean that it can go even lower. As you can clearly see, AMD do not respect the RSI whatsoever. But when the pop comes, it comes. So I'm just gonna have to be patient and wait for 380, which it kind of looked like it might hit even tomorrow. But the earnings, when is earnings? Earnings is close. No, never mind. Earnings is next month. So I'll take a chance at 380. I've been waiting for it for a while. To be honest with you, since my last couple of videos, RSI burning up like woo. RSI is hot. So definitely I'll take it out 380. I can't wait. Hopefully tomorrow I see it because I'm definitely taking that 100%. I already bought the options too. I already have them, not bought them, but I have them set out. Yeah, so not to take too long, I'm not gonna play that one. Apple. Right, let's see what I have. Apple. Oh yeah, so Apple was the play that I was looking for to buy puts on because it just closed the fair value gap, but it just looks so strong that I didn't want to swing the plays. Just to go over it a little bit more, I did not want to swing my puts because there's a lot of stuff going on in the morning. So it's not like I was wrong. I kind of know when I'm right and not right. Like it wasn't an A plus setup because there's this fair value gap right here that I most likely would buy a put. I'll buy a put up here than anything else down here. I am right, but it could go against me. So I wasn't comfortable losing much on my play. If it was basically, if it went my way, then I'm happy. But if it went against me, I wouldn't want to take the chance because I know that it can go higher. That's one of the reasons why I cut my Apple puts and I didn't want to swing it or hold it or take any major loss on it, even though it was $2 loss. Like I didn't want to take no loss on it, really. So that's just what it is. AMD again, I wouldn't take this, but this right here is what I got in my mind for tomorrow. XLK. I don't even know how this Larry Jones said put this in terms of sell off. Oh, okay, I know what this is now. But yeah, so this is a chip stock. It follows the chips. So, I do plan to buy. I was gonna buy puts right here for tomorrow because of this 1-day fair value gap and plus a gap. So I wanted to buy puts right here. So I'm gonna be working tomorrow. So yeah, I'm gonna let that one slide. I won't be here. And for Tesla, I have this one as well set up for a 1-day fair value gap right here. It's gonna bounce here. It's going to bounce there. If you wake up in the morning and be down at 263, we are gonna bounce. I don't know what to tell her. Roadblocks. I'll just add it to it because you have this fair value gap right here. 1 day. 1 day fair value gap, another one. So take a light position right here because you have this one and this one, but the distance is pretty far. So if you take one right here and it goes against me, I'll probably add to it back right here. So one of these are gonna reject back down because it is in a downtrend. Okay, so the reason why we had this big green candle because it closed these two imbalances, which is support. Whenever it closes the imbalances, it tends to reverse. A lot of times you don't know which one it's going to be. It's going to be this one or this one. But if you ever see two fair value get imbalance, yeah, you definitely want to buy a call option. Revient. Yeah, I don't see them play on this one. I don't see them play on that one. I'm gonna let that one be. But other than that, for the stock market, I'm still uncertain. I still don't trust what I see. I know it's hard to the trend is different. I know, but mm, I'm not buying. I basically trade with the chart, so it's not like I'm scared to take plays. Um, it's just there's for this, for example, yes, I wouldn't even know where to take the trade. To be honest with you, I wouldn't know where. The only place I would feel comfortable is when this one, the last fair value gap down here, is where I would feel comfortable. But it's been used up so many times that I no longer even trust it. So I'm just basically gonna wait and see. I don't need to stress. If I don't see anything clear on the ES, I don't need to trade ES. I'll go to whatever Nvidia. I'll go to Tesla. Yeah, but to close out, this is what I'm waiting on next. Major move that I'm waiting for on next is Microsoft to the downside. When I say downside, I mean like downside. But just as me, that's my belief. And basically, I'm waiting for this fair value gap to be closed. Now, I'm waiting for this one to be closed right here. I'll buy a put. I'll probably hold it 2-3 days and then put a stop loss in it because you never know that it might go up and try and close this one. I'm not sure which one it wants to close, but I do know we're going to get a rejection here because this is the weekly fair value gap, which is a big deal. A weekly fair value gap is a big deal and is really strong. As you can clearly see, this fair value gap since January came down, wake up, came down, wake up, came down, wake up. So you see fair value gaps, they are very strong, especially on the higher time frame. So once again, this is why I want to buy AMC on the monthly time frame because they are stronger here. Very, very strong. But yeah, so that's about it, guys. See you guys in my next one.